Now, today's top stories and Power of 5 weather from News 5. Sponsored by Akron Children's Hospital.
Good Sunday morning, Northeast Ohio, on this 12th day of September. We got a big day coming up on Tuesday with the Cleveland mayoral primary and also Sherwin-Williams taking the next step in the development plans. We're going to begin with the latter. The paint giant will once again go before a joint meeting of the planning committees that need to sign off on their schematic plans for the more than $600 million downtown headquarters. The skyscraper will go up on the parking lots off Public Square and West 6th Street. Now, you may remember 4 years ago at this time, this very plot of land was one of the carrots that Cleveland was dangling in front of Amazon when they were one of 238 cities bidding to be that company's second world headquarters. It was an issue in that year's mayoral election between Frank Jackson and Zach Reed because the city at the time wasn't disclosing what they were offering to lure Amazon, saying it was proprietary.
Amazon should know what you're talking about. The rest of the world should not.
Mayor Jackson's 2017 challenger, Zach Reed, argued the public and he had a right to know.
Because what you're agreeing to, I may have to live with.
I bring this up on the eve of Cleveland's latest mayoral primary because the next mayor, whoever it is going to have major projects like this coming across their desk, and we wanted to know what they were thinking. Chief Investigator Ron Regan takes up the issue of public investments from here.
From our stadiums to the lakefront and the West Side Market, your tax dollars are at stake. Plus, water and electric rates continue to increase. So how will Cleveland's next mayor spend your money? We sat down with all 7 candidates to get you answers. Only Kevin Kelly says he's satisfied with Cleveland's water department.
Right now, I am.
Kelly chaired the council committee that oversees it, a department that is now the target of a federal class action lawsuit, questioning its billing practices.
The capital part of water was always running well. Nobody ever questioned whether the water itself was safe, good, safe drinking water.
What about customer service, how customers are being treated?
That was the problem. We have come a long way.
Many would say it's still the problem.
It's a problem, but in terms of we don't have the long waits on hold anymore. It's improved, but we're not done improving.
On Cleveland Public Power, all 7 agree expensive deals with coal-fired plants should be ended, and bills are too high. But only Kucinich offered a specific plan.
Well, this is why, they have a $30 million surplus. I've run the numbers. We can reduce residential rates to start with by 10%, okay? And that'll cost $5 million.
All 7 candidates support spending millions to redesign Cleveland's lakefront. Justin Bibb and Sandra Williams are open to possibly closing Burke Lakefront Airport.
Do you keep Burke Lakefront Airport?
I have not made that decision yet.
It's on the table, though.
But it's on the table.
Dennis Kucinich says, quote, it's up to the people. And both Kucinich and DeBello share the vision of a Lakeside Park. Only Ross DeBello is promising to close Burke Airport.
So with Burke, I want to start the process of dealing with the federal government and hopefully decommissioning it and getting it right to a park.
The West Side Market is a Cleveland treasure and badly in need of improvements. Bibb, Kelly, and Williams say a nonprofit management group could improve operations. DeBello, Kucinich, and Reed believe it's about improving management.
When you look at the problem with West Side Market isn't the West Side Market. It's not the vendors. It's not the customers. It's management.
Finally, professional sports teams are a valuable asset. Assets requiring taxpayer funding, like millions in renovations at Progressive Field. Only Ross DeBello says taxpayers should not be billed. Bashir Jones says owners should invest in Cleveland in return for taxpayer support.
The issue is that when you only choose to invest in sports teams and sports arenas and not invest in the neighborhoods, we have to be able to do both. It can't be either or. That's the key.
The remaining 5 agree, with Justin Bibb spelling out specifics.
With strong community benefits agreements.
What does that look like?
Well, for me, if we're going to spend $117 million to help renovate Progressive Field, then surely we can spend $117 million to invest in our neighborhoods.
And Cleveland residents, remember the Board of Elections is open today for in-person early voting from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. and again tomorrow, but only from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. And all polls are open on Tuesday, Election Day, from 6:30 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. And once the polls close, you'll see the results as soon as they come in on our News 5 app. Well, the day after the primary, also a big day here in Ohio. It is the constitutional deadline for the state's redistricting commission to come up with the new boundaries for the state legislative districts, a process that to this point hasn't been quite smooth. The commission voting along party lines Thursday to use the Republican drawn map as a launching off point for a series of 3 public hearings, the first getting underway this afternoon at 4 in Dayton. And tomorrow they take their hearings on the road to Northeast Ohio. That hearing at 4 o'clock tomorrow at Tri-C's Corporate College East Campus, which is on Richmond Road, just off 271. With Democracy 2021, I'm John Kasich. Enjoy your Sunday.
This morning is significantly warmer than yesterday, 5 to even 15 degrees warmer, and that's a trend we're going to continue to see throughout the afternoon. Expect some hazy conditions in the sky, warm temperatures, humid as well, and can't rule out an isolated shower and storm. That is most likely in our northern communities and more specifically, our northeastern communities like in Ashtabula. Tomorrow, the same system is affecting us, so the forecast is very similar with the best chance for some isolated thunderstorm activity in our northern communities. Best chance for rain this week is on Wednesday.
Sponsored by Akron Children's Hospital.